Hey guys, happy Wednesday. A little share here from my office. I really wanted to come to you to talk about the 7 areas of abundance that we should focus on in 2024 and always. As you know, as a coach, I have a wheel of life that I work with. When I work with my clients, the first time we talk, I always obviously look at their diets and lifestyle, but actually there are many other aspects that we look at: their relationships, their careers, their purpose, everything. And those areas are equally as important as the diet that we have, because what we ingest, of course, becomes ourselves, but what we ingest mentally, physically, or spiritually becomes ourselves too. It becomes our reality, becomes everything that we manifest. So I'm going to start from the root chakra. So I selected 7 to stay true to the chakra system. And I'm going to start with the root chakra. I'm going to start with finances. Now, this is where a lot of people that are on a spiritual path like me get really, really stuck, because for the longest time, always, I grew up having a really tough relationship with money, thinking that if I wanted money, I was greedy. That is absolutely not the case. Now, there is energy that is attached to money, but there is energy that is attached to everything. When I'm doing my work, I do it with passion, I do it with knowledge, I do it with commitment, I do it with having learned and spent money and invested in becoming the best coach, nutritionist, and now a naturopathic doctor in the making. I have to learn things and I need to pay for this knowledge. I can't just freely access it. I mean, I can, but to become a certified anything, you have to pay. So those things cost money. And when I'm teaching something and sharing something, I am actually gifting someone of a service that will improve their life. So that exchange needs to be rewarded. And finance in this reality, which we are in, which is very dense, is actually money. And so the reward is money. It needs to be tangible, because we actually have other tangible things to do with that money. What you do with that money, however, is equally as important, because energy is attached to that too. If I were just wanting to make a lot of money to do frivolous things with, like shopping and buying a big car or whatever, that would be a very different energy attached to what I actually want to do with my money, which quite honestly is just to make sure that I can pay my bills and actually afford buying good food. And if I can actually travel for experiences that are enriching for me, that would be great. And I'm talking about events. I don't travel for leisure as much anymore because of my dog, but I definitely would go for work and really enriching the experiences that we have. And whether it's actually food experiences or spiritual experiences or trainings, those things are important, and I'm very, very happy to invest into them. So there are those things that are very they're key to my finances, and this is why I budget for them. But again, everybody has different targets. Like, I'm not targeting a 7-figure income, I'm not even targeting a 6-figure income. I'm actually with doing a 5-figure income, or I'm pretty easygoing, and I have already things that I need. So I have to just make sure that I am balancing out the spendings and the income so that I'm in a good place. That's really what I want to do. And so this is why I charge people, and I make sure that they value what I charge, because I do a lot of work for them, and it takes a lot of my time, and my time is valuable. So it took me a while to get there. And if you are in that place, do really commit to yourself, knowing that your time is valuable. And people don't value free things, because again, whether they realize it or not, we attach value to money. And so let's shift the energy around that and make it positive, so that when we are asking for money for our work, it is for something positive. I know I'm impacting someone positively, so you know what? It's money well spent. It's an investment. It's not a frivolous expenditure. It's an investment in yourself. You'll become a better version of you, which means you can actually do better things with your life. So that's really important. In the sacral area, I put occupation. And here I'm talking about finding the joy in your work. Now, I know that not everybody can have their fantastic dream job, but everybody can make something out of their life that they're passionate about. Sometimes this can become your full-time gig. Sometimes that can become your part-time gig, like a blog or whatever it is that you're doing on the side. I know so many people that are doing beautiful work in the health space, and they still have a job on the side to make an income, and that's okay, and they make it work. And they really are just really purposely aligning their life to that, and they are happy. And at some point, I'm sure that they might even make the transition full-time to their dream, to their calling, to their passion, and that can become their job. But in the meantime, they might have to just do certain things, but don't get stuck in the comfort of a job or the fear of not having enough. I always, when I coach my clients that are really wanting to leave their job and they are fed up with it, I'm like, well, what can you create that can become a tangible, practical work that you know that you can get clients like this, that is maybe not your dream job, but you can do it. Do that at the hours that you know you can commit. You work for yourself, you set the price and try to make it work, and use your network, talk to everybody. So even if it's not your dream job and it can give you more freedom in time, it's a good balance. So because time is just as valuable as money, actually, especially now, because if you want to create certain things, you also have to make sure that you have the time to do it, right? Otherwise you just don't, and you're stuck. And we have to be really smart about these things. So considering, for me, when I was at JP Morgan, I knew I was coming to an end of it. I was saving and I was training and doing different trainings while I was still in banking. And then I knew that I was coming to that time, and I knew that it would be a year maybe where I would just not have the financial income that I wanted. And quite honestly, I learned so much from my experience at JP Morgan, because from making almost 6-figure income to actually not making even, anything for 6 months, and then very little for the going forward, I was like, actually, how much more I can live. I can live with so much money, so much abundance, without having to need so much money. And I realized that I didn't need so many things, so I was spending less, and but I was doing the work that I loved, and slowly that work actually became paid work, and it became more work, and it became a business. So align yourself with that. The next one is your solar plexus, and here we have social. So surround yourself with people that inspire you, support you. Make sure that you don't get bogged down by people that either are complaining all the time or tearing you apart because your ideas are not good enough, or everybody's doing the same thing. Try to find people around you that are actually supporting you, and even if they have to give you sometimes tough love, because we need it, they are being true to you. They are being there for you, because when we have people that are stealing our energy and our joy, then we are not able to actually manifest what we need to manifest. And unfortunately, some people don't actually realize that they're doing that, but they are, because they are not in a good place. So you have to really have those boundaries and those shields in place, that even if someone is an amazing person and you think, wow, I really like them, if energetically they don't fit, do not have a relationship with them. There are so many people that unfortunately are like that for me, and although I value their work and I respect them, I don't want them in my life. And so we have to just be true to that, really. Then the throat chakra here is our mental and psychological. I know why you put that in the throat, because our thoughts become our words, and that's really powerful, because our words are actually manifestations of our thoughts, and then with our words we manifest other things. So positive thinking, really, really important. Now, I'm not thinking you have to just think butterflies and unicorns all the time. We're not crazy here, and we don't live in in Harry Potter land, which actually wasn't very happy either. But we have to be realistic, but we have to have a solution to each problem. Marie Forleo always says everything is figure outable. That's the title of her book, and it's a brilliant book, because everything is figure outable. Like if there is a problem, there is a solution, but the solution is only found if A, you take action, and B, you actually think about the solution and not the problem. When you focus on the problem just becomes bigger. When you focus on finding the solution, you are switching that energy and bringing the solution in, and you're being positive, because the solution is a positive thing, right? So make sure that you stay into that positive mindset. And also, this is the manifestation of your words. I said is really important. Make sure that you're not saying the same thing all the time. If you're thinking something and you're wording it, write it down, like on this list, then work at it, because words and thoughts without actions are just words and thoughts, and they mean nothing. Action is really important, so go for it. This is why the alignment of the chakra is really important. This is why I put these in an alignment. They're not separate, they're not divided, they're actually connected. So make sure that you connect to all the points so that you can make things happen. Then we have our third eye, and this is where I put wellness, when I put physical wellness. So our physical is where, well, you know what? Our mindset is really important actually, because if you are not looking after yourself, don't expect to have the results you want in the other sides of your life. Because if you're not operating at a high level physically, yeah, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna be tired. You're gonna be negative. You're gonna be all the things that we don't want to have. Then we're gonna just do the opposite. So make sure you commit to yourself. Commitment is the first thing you want to do, and that is take the reins of your health into your hands. Make sure that you're eating right, you're moving your body, you are taking care of yourself, you're resting, you're meditating, you are praying, you are practicing something that connects you to something that to the things that are good for you. So every day you're making choices. Make good choices every day, right? Even if they're small to begin with, but make them. Don't try and just follow trends. Don't try and just follow people that seemingly have it together. Actually look at everybody's life. Look how they present themselves. Look at that energy. This goes actually back to social. Even on social media, look at the people that are sharing things and just be like, yeah, genuine or not so genuine. Like, people are like, yeah, but you are pushing the plant-based. Isn't that also an agenda? Yeah, veganism per se has an agenda attached to it, sadly, like everything else on this bloody planet. But when it comes to what science has shown, what most people show, a plant-based, whole food plant-based diet is the best thing you can do for yourself. And that comes with, you making choices that are every day. Maybe the bulk of your meal will be plants. Now, I am vegan because I love animals and I really don't want to hurt them. And I'm like, do I need to eat them to be healthy? No. So I can choose to eat a fully plant-based diet, be healthy, not buy animal clothing. Like I don't need to hurt them to live a good life. So I'm not gonna do it. And that's my ethical side. When it comes to just diet, well, a plant-based diet has been shown to be better for you. And yeah, there are a lot of camps out there that will say otherwise, and this is not the video for it, but don't be attached to anything. Just do your research, experience, understand why certain things happen and some certain things don't, and be careful. There are a lot of people out there that are just pushing ultimately their products when they share a lifestyle, which is, it's okay to have a product that supports a lifestyle. Like I'm an ambassador for quite a few. I'm an ambassador for some plant-based protein, greens, superfoods that help with maintaining an income of an intake of nutrients in your bloodstream that is higher that you would get just from food if you're not eating enough and so on. But I am not gonna just take any products on, and I'm definitely not there to create my own right now. But I know the people that create the things that I share because I know their story, and I'm like, it's a good story. There is a purpose behind it. Why not? But a lot of people just do it for the money. So just be careful. So that's really one thing that I want to warn you about. And then we are in Kether, in the crown, and this is your spirituality. So follow source and connect with nature. Ascend the tree of life. So when we are up here, we are connecting to our creator. We are connecting to everything that is source. And we have to understand that we are not divided from source. We are connected and we're part of it. We were made in the image of. That means we are part of it. So this connecting, it's actually such a bad disservice to it. And it truly makes me feel like we are not fulfilling our purpose when we are disconnecting from source. So make sure that you stay true to that connection, and this is your 7th. So I'm going to repeat them all without the spiel of all of them, but basically starting from the top, from the bottom up, write down everything that applies to you. So finances, occupation, social, emotional, mental and psychological, physical and spiritual, and what each means to you, so that you can have a nice picture of your 7 areas of abundance in your life that you can bring into this year and you can focus on. And I would love to hear from you to see how you went with this and what you found to be helpful, and what wasn't helpful, and just share your thoughts and talk to the community, because even online, as much as we don't know each other in person, we can create a buzz and we can support each other and we can share ideas. I'm sure that you have stuff I haven't even thought about, and vice versa. And I really want to hear from all of you. So guys, thank you for staying on, and I'll see you soon.